Hello YouTube, it's Martin the British punter, and this video is about Darren Bennett, the Aussie rules player from the late 80s and early 90s who, after his career ended in 1993, decided to try his hand at American football. Darren Bennett was an absolute giant of a punter, standing at 6'5" and 235 pounds, and had a natural ability to kick a ball of any shape or size a very long way. Darren played the majority of his relatively short professional career in the AFL for Melbourne, where, as you can see in this footage, was known for having great kicks from long distance. He struggled with injuries towards the end of his career and ultimately retired in 1993. Looking for a new opportunity, it was actually when he went on his honeymoon with his wife in the fall of that year, where he managed to get training staff from the Melbourne Australian Rules football team to contact the San Diego Chargers for a tryout. He impressed them enough, despite a shaky start, and ended up in the 1994 season actually being on a practice squad, which is something that's quite rare for punters to be in the NFL. They were impressed with him enough and they wanted to further get him some game experience. Therefore, they sent him to the Amsterdam Admirals of the World League of American Football, also known as NFL Europe. He performed very well there, and despite adopting the Aussie kick or the Aussie style punt, many commentators thought that his technique was actually wrong and that he wasn't a very good punter. However, his stats and his ability to pin the return man very deep and not give up many return yards, as well as his booming hang times, showed that he was actually very skilled at this position. Darren would have a phenomenal rookie season in 1995 in the NFL and even made the Pro Bowl team in his first year as a rookie. His performances started getting him noticed throughout the league, and he can genuinely be seen as the first Australian after Colin Ridgway in the 1970s as actually making a massive impact from another sports code, this being Australian rules football. Many people started to take notice of him and also his ability to not shy away from a tackle. His massive size and massive leg started to get him much respect from commentators, teammates, and also opposition players.
So Bennett gets another shot at it. A 33-yard punt will never be recorded officially. The man from Australia who played Australian rules football, who played in the World League. This is a great job of San Diego. Kicks again. This is the closest game he'll have to his state of Australia. Those numbers too. He really picked this game up quickly. He was on the practice squad for San Diego in '94 and really made a big time last year. There's Steve Tasker, the special teams representative, and that kick's almost blocked. A long kick, a tremendous kick. Look at it, the 14-yard line by Brian Mitchell. And Mitchell with room to roam up past the 30, and it's a 17-yard run back up to the 31-yard line after a 58-yard punt that was almost blocked by Atlanta's Elbert Shelley. So Bennett booms one, and with 8:34 to go, a near block by Shelley, and it's 7-0 AFC.
Darren also had the distinction of being voted to the 1990s All-Pro NFL team. This feat was an amazing achievement for him, as he only literally played half of that decade and was voted by the NFL Association to be part of that team. He topped off his awesome first 5 years career in the NFL with a 2000 Pro Bowl appearance, which would be his second and final Pro Bowl appearance as a punter in the NFL. He carried on playing for several more years for the San Diego Chargers before he was ultimately released, and in 2004 he moved to the Minnesota Vikings to see out his career. Darren has made such a massive impact to punting, and especially to players like myself who aren't American, and have also come from another sport, myself being association football. He's also set the benchmark for future NFL star punters from Australia, such as Matt McBriar, Sav Rocker. There's so many. Brilliant punters such as Matt McBriar, Sav Rocker, and also Ben Graham, who had very distinguished NFL careers. That's continued through to today, where there's a record number of Australian punters currently in the NCAA college system, as well as many NFL teams opting to select Australian-born punters in the NFL draft. Darren was also involved in Pro Kick Australia, where he has helped train and teach the next generation of Australian punters. I'm going to include some statistics on the screen so you can see exactly what an impact he's had on the game, and was a player that inspired me a lot back in the early 2000s when I first got into American football.